Alan Lindemann, Doc. What's going on, man? How are you?
We're doing really well here, Neil, and you?
I am fantastic. And today we're going to talk about smallpox, something I don't want to get. Is smallpox a virus or a bacterium?
Yes, it's a virus and it's called variola.
Why were the smallpox vaccinations discontinued?
Well, there are two reasons. The first one is that there were more people dying from the vaccination than from smallpox, and that was my oldest son was born in 71 and he did not get a smallpox vaccination. But the WHO, that is the World Health Organization, declared in 1989 that smallpox no longer existed. So those are the two reasons people no longer get smallpox vaccinations.
What are the symptoms of smallpox?
Well, high fever, vomiting, mouth sores, abdominal pain, fluid-filled lesions on the skin that turn to crusts and scabs that can leave scars forever.
Was there a cure for smallpox?
Nope, there is no known cure for smallpox.
Is monkeypox similar to smallpox?
Well, in some ways it is. They're both from the genus Orthopox virus or the pox virus, and they are double-stranded DNA viruses.
How is monkeypox transmitted to others?
Respiratory droplets. And so when you inhale those droplets, it affects the mucous membranes. And you can also get the spread through small cuts in the skin and from clothing or bedclothes contaminated with the monkeypox virus.
Is there a vaccine against monkeypox?
Well, yes, there is, but there are a lot of people who recommend against getting it. Usually, the only people they'd recommend to get it would be the ones that work with monkeypox in the labs.
Is vaccination against monkeypox recommended?
Well, most people wouldn't recommend vaccination.
If you had smallpox vaccination, will that protect you from monkeypox?
Yes, it certainly will.
Is it easy to control the spread of monkeypox?
Yes, because monkeypox is a double-stranded DNA virus that replicates very slowly. So you can use traditional methods of infection control. Would be identification, would be isolation of individuals who are identified as having double-stranded DNA, variola or monkeypox.
All right, the best place to go is worlddocallen.com and pick up Pregnancy Your Way and Modern Medicine available today on Amazon. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you, Neil.
All right, that was Rural Doc Allen podcast. Take Allen podcast. I'm excited to welcome to the program Rural Doc Alan Lindemann. Doc, what's going on, man? How are you?
We're doing very well here, Neil. And you?
Fantastic. And today's topic is hantavirus. How do you catch hantavirus?
Well, you breathe in the droplets, and you have to be careful. It's deer mice, and you have to be careful. The droplets can come from urine, feces, saliva, and also can spread through scratches or cuts.
How common is hantavirus?
Well, it's actually not that common. In the world, there's about 100,000 cases per year. In the United States, it's less common, and you're looking at about 96% of the cases occurring west of the Mississippi River and in the south, like California.
What are the odds of getting hantavirus?
Well, hantavirus is rare. About 70% of exposures occur from household exposures. From between 1993 and 2017, there were only 728 cases documented in the United States in 34 of the states. And again, 96% occur in the southwest of the Mississippi.
What's the difference between a hantavirus in Europe and Asia and hantavirus in the US?
Well, in the US, hantavirus is mostly going to affect breathing and lungs. But in the Europe and Asia, you're looking at problems with kidneys. So you're looking at, rather than intubation like you'd get in the United States, you're looking at dialysis.
Is there a cure for hantavirus?
No, there's no known cure. However, if you are diagnosed, say within the first few days, and put in the ICU, and given IV fluids, and maybe sometimes dialysis or intubation, you are more likely to survive. I think you're looking at about a 70% survival rate.
How will I get diagnosed?
Well, again, you'd like to get diagnosed sooner rather than later, but after 3 or 4 days, you should be able to get diagnosed, call your doctor, and the doctor should be able to find a health department, either locally or state or federal at the CDC level.
What are the first symptoms or signs of hantavirus?
Well, the problem is that we don't, there's no known incubation period because it isn't very common. And when you get hantavirus exposure, it's probably going to incubate maybe for 1 to 8 weeks. Early symptoms include fever, dry cough, headache, diarrhea, abdominal pain, similar to other viruses. And that's the problem that interferes with early detection.
What are the late onset symptoms of hantavirus?
Cough, shortness of breath, and that occurs because the virus attacks blood vessels in the breathing tubes in the lungs so that they start leaking. The lungs fill up with water and your heart has trouble pumping, and these changes can lead to shock, um, and failure of several organs and death.
When should I see my doctor?
Well, part of the problem is that this is like many other viruses, at least in the beginning. But if you're exposed to mice, especially deer mice, you have diarrhea, cough, trouble breathing, and you live in the southwestern United States, west of the Mississippi, you should be thinking about this as a possible cause of your illness and call your doctor.
All right. The best place to go is worlddocallen.com. Pick up Pregnancy Your Way and Modern Medicine available today on Amazon.